Rasputin, the War Mind. The most powerful artificial intelligence humanity ever created. With an arsenal to match. Thousands of war sets, primed to obliterate any and all threats to humanity. But when the greatest threat of all arrived, it nearly tore Rasputin apart. I saved the pieces of him that I could, encrypted them in a specialized engram. I've been trying to restore him in an experimental exoframe, but every attempt I've made has failed. Until he's back online, all of his weaponry is up for grabs. And it's only a matter of time before his warsats fall into the wrong hands.
Savathun couldn't conceal every thought. Some I stole. One of Neptune. The collapse. A turning point. It's a blur. I cannot focus.
Pass me the wrench?
The Hidden found nothing there, but I saw it. Through the Witch Queen's eyes. A city set against the waves.
Sounds like a trick.
And Korra thinks I need to rest. The gall. You've really made no progress while I was indisposed.
Is that why you're here, Osiris?
My Korra won't listen.
Wonder where she got that from. Red's scrambled in there. Degrading. He's dying.
The War Mind is our greatest bastion of Golden Age data. I need what it knows.
I've tried everything. I can't even access his protocols.
But perhaps your grandfather could.
Osiris? That man? No. Clovis Bray is a maniac. A selfish, murderous monster.
So was Rasputin. But it might be the only option I have left. Just as Clovis might be yours. When did hope cease to require risk?
Hey, Guardian. Thanks for tagging along. We're gonna go have a chat with Clovis about Rasputin. Osiris, say hi.
Young Wolf. Anna. Like old times.
Osiris, you seeing this? Perimeter defenses tripped. They've never done that. I don't think Clovis is trying to kill us, but...
Could be anything. We should keep our distance until the Guardian locks a transmat signal for us.
LZ's a little hot. Got you as close as I could without blowing us all up.
An outcome we all applaud. It appears your grandfather is under siege.
Mm-hmm. He elicits that sort of reaction.
If Clovis is in danger, so is our mission.
We'll do what we can. Okay, so we're back to running solar for this particular season. I got a hand cannon that's going to be doing me a whole lot of favors if I do this right.
Powers aren't accepting my credentials. Wow. Noted. Perimeter defenses definitely still lethal.
Okay, so these things right here, these towers, you see on the left we have a threat detection counter that goes down. That goes down all the way to 0, you die. The more you have locked onto you, the faster the timer counts down. You have to go back into cover to make the timer go back up, and it obviously only goes up to 15. So keep that in mind as we continue today. But we're going to be heading on into Bray Exoscience.
Second, House Salvation hacked Clovis's firewall. Maybe the Vex, but he'd implode the lab before suffering the indignity of losing it.
If that is even a remote possibility, we cannot miss our only chance at restoring the War Mind.
Yeah, I'll try to let him know we're coming so he doesn't do anything stupid.
Well, up in we go. Let's see what we can find. Oh, hey.
Cryptolith. Cannot be.
Zivu Urath's been avoiding Europa. Why move into Eramis's territory now?
Root them out, Guardian. Leave only their ashes.
So, right now, and if I can use this correctly, let's try this thing really quickly. So I'm wearing currently I'm wearing something known as Lucky Pants. These are a very hand cannon favored exotic pair of hunter legs that allow me to do a lot of extra damage with my hand cannon whenever I swap to it. So if I'm ever going to run around doing a bunch of damage with my secondary and then I switch to my hand cannon, it's going to reward me with all sorts of damage. Not to mention, as long as my hand cannon is stowed away, it is going to slowly, over time, reload rounds into my hand cannon, so I don't have to actually worry about reloading it. So if I ever decide I'm just going to go main something else for a little bit, it will basically just do the job for me. So let's switch on over to our Ikelos shotgun. Felt that was fitting to bring along for a Rasputin-themed season, given that it is an OG Warmind weapon, although with significantly updated perks. But let's see, are we done with this thing just about, or we just got to kill a few more? Probably just a few more, which is fine by me. Of course, that did not land. But yeah, we're back running solar for this, and I think we're going to have a whole lot of fun with this class in particular as we go. But let's see, how many? Oh my gosh, there's so freaking many enemies left. All right, let's put this thing to work as it does more damage. Look at all that buildup that it does. Now, the amount that you'll be able to use a legally modded holster for doesn't last super long, but it does some incredibly crazy damage if you're willing to actually put the work in and put it together. So that out of luck timer that ran out after I did all my damage, that's the lockout timer, so as long as that is active, I don't want to try to proc illegally modded holster again. But once it is back, I can do a lot more damage. You can see here, look at how much damage those shots are doing until out of luck hits. That's absolutely insane, but it's really what makes Lucky Pants what it is. So now I'm going to just kind of sweep the room there and kill everything. Beautiful. All right, I think we destroyed it.
Recedes as its defenders wane. It must not be fully established.
Nice to have an easy solve. I still can't raise Clovis, but I've got the doors to the sublevels open.
Well, we'll head on down. We'll see if we can get in contact with them.
Wrathborn made from House Salvation stock. Gruesome fate. If they're nailed to the witness, this is a logical step.
I don't know.
Are Ligo and Eramis not allies working towards the same cause?
Of opportunity, maybe. Eramis doesn't strike me as the type to tolerate subjugation.
Now, as far as my heavy goes, I'm running Love and Death, which is kind of a nothing grenade launcher, honestly. It's kind of garbage, but it's really one of the only solar options I have if I want to run Ace of Spades. I do have the Lament in my back pocket for future use if I decide to switch things around and run with, like, NOD or something like that.
That Acolyte's glowing? Please tell me that thing's not a bomb.
They've sighted you. Slay them all.
Okay, so this guy right here is known as a Death Tongue Forester. Now, the thing about him, if I can not get myself killed here, is that he is going to activate that big thing, and once he does and the battle song begins, we can't use any of our big abilities here. So we want to take care of him as quickly as possible, and that is where Lucky Pants is going to come in. Give me that damage boost. So now that that is gone, we are able to use our abilities again. So yeah, you're not allowed to, you want to kill that thing usually before it gets to the actual, the totem here. Otherwise, the death song will begin. And then, I don't think the death song actually kills you, per se. It just locks you out completely. So, there we go. Which you think it would, because it's literally called a death song, but whatever. I mean, the Death Singers in Destiny 1 sure would kill you, but I guess this is a different era, so I suppose that makes sense.
Presence is an omen. There is more to this than we know.
I'm getting that feeling myself. You sound worried.
Even a single cryptolith provides Evo Arath's influence enough to worry. Don't wait long. Clovis may be in danger, and more tomb ships flood Europa's sky every second.
Then let's not give them any time to pin us down.
I'm going. I am going. Oh, hold on. I do very much want this thing.
The lab's protocols are cannibalizing each other.
Cryptoliths incite conflict in mind and mechanism alike. Even the sturdiest blades eventually bend to Zivor Roth's will.
Wait, I think I found him. Hello?
Who is that? Anastasia?
The one and only.
Of course it's you. Remedy this immediately. Want minimal collateral.
Stop whining. Guardian's already on your doorstep.
Man, he is such a whiner. Gosh, Clovis, we're coming. Jeez, why do you gotta be so complainy all the time? Just because you're about to almost die to a bunch of hive, or I guess die isn't the correct word. You already died a long time ago. More like cease to exist. Because what is every narcissist's greatest fear if not being forgotten about? Well, let's put illegally modded holster to work here for a moment. Gosh, that is so nice. Basically being able to just single-handedly kill an Ultra every single time I switch it. Basically every 10 seconds, if you time it correctly, is pretty wild. So yeah, Lucky Pants, very, very good. Very underrated. That being said, I don't use them very often because they're very build restrictive.
Things are overrun. Is another example of your over-promise, under-deliver attitude?
Huh. None of that sounded like, Anna, please help me. I need you. They're killing me. Ow.
A simple yes would satisfy.
Shut up, Clovis. My goodness, we're coming. Calm down. So it's like, okay, so we got Fallen in here. Not Hive, that's interesting.
On my brain, Anastasia. The access it provides, the secrets I keep. They're trying to pry me open.
They don't just want his secrets. They want him. Brought to submit.
Someone's going to have to tell them that's company property. Guardian?
Working on it. Okay, we got the big guy here. Here, why don't you have one of those? That's probably a little bit of good damage. Oh, and I accidentally procced illegally modeled holster without paying attention to it. So I'm going to lose out on that really quickly. Here, have this. There we go. Now that's some damage. Okay, what do we got now? Ziggurat's enforcers defend the Tech Wizard's retreat. Which Tech Wizards exactly is my question. Also, by the way, if you switch off of your hand cannon while illegally modded holster is active, it instantly starts the out of luck timer, so you can't just switch back. Oh, here we go. Blistered Knight. Let's take this guy out. Tech Wizard returns to finish the fight. All right, now hold on a moment. I'm going to switch to this thing. Working on it. Almost got it. There we go. Not bad. In here, how about you have the last of these? There we go. And there it is. Down goes the big guy.
Finally. Now go reset creation security protocols. Return control to me.
I'm working on it. Let me head on over here. We got a little something of some sort.
There you are. Establishing transmat connection.
Gramps, let's skip the dancing and cut to the chase.
Anastasia, I'm pleasantly surprised to see you without your sister. What was it you said last time we spoke?
Pretty sure it was screw you.
Putting that linguistics degree to good use. Who is this?
I am Osiris, Phoenix of the Dark Age, and Scholar of the Cosmos. I have no equal.
Cute.
You impertinent son of a...
See? He's impossible. We'll find another way to help Rasputin.
Rasputin? The war mind is operational? Fascinating.
His source code's corrupted. I don't know how to fix it, but you do.
Ugh. You were always too preoccupied teaching the war mind to feel, to learn how it functioned.
What don't I know?
Simply everything, Anastasia. But yes, I will help you. Because you need it. And because no one else can.
How uncharacteristically altruistic of you.
My motive isn't complicated. It's exhausting to watch the grains of my legacy slip through my progeny's fingers.
Self-preservation. That is simple. Partition your AI protocols onto this. I'll link you into my workshop. Then we rebuild Rasputin.
Splendid. Once I am in control, all will be as it should be. The war mind will rise again.
Your grandfather is insufferable.
Told you. Let's get him back to the helm.
I mean, Osiris, you're not too great yourself, but whatever. All right, let's head on down. Got to end this episode here soon, but we got to at least see what's going on now that we're here at the helm next to the exo frame. This is the frame that Anna has been working on to store Rasputin within. Obviously, incredibly similar in design, at least, to many other exos that we've seen thus far. I mean, it's just a prototype after all.
A crude, incomplete shell. Still, I must admit that its storage capacity vastly exceeds that of a standard exoframe. It will have to do for now. These Wrathborn present a far more pressing concern. If they can seize control of war mind technology, then it stands to reason that the Warsats are their ultimate goal. We must secure the Warsat network ourselves before it's too late. Rebuilding the war mind is now humanity's top priority. Rasputin was designed to partition itself into sub-minds as a resiliency measure. In the event of a catastrophic failure, reintegrating them into the AI core would repair the broken war mind. Most of the facilities housing those sub-minds are now defunct. A scant few remain, but the Wrathborn have likely fortified their locations. Infiltrate said facilities. Retrieve the sub-mind data from the vaults within. With the sub-minds in hand, we can upload Rasputin to the Warsat network on board its orbital hub. I am aware that Anastasia does not hold a high opinion of me. But let it not be said that I left humanity to fend for itself.
All right. This is where things get a little bit more detailed than we've seen in any previous season thus far. Seasonal artifact. Okay, so we got that. We also have this as well. We're going to talk about this in a moment here, more than a weapon. I'm actually going to back out of this for a moment. I'm going to end the episode by going over this before we talk about everything else that has to do with this season. We'll do that all in the next episode. Right here, finally, we have gotten our hands on a seasonal artifact. This is something that is present in every season and changes on a per-season basis, but you kind of need to actually start the season to get it, which is why we haven't had it up until this point. Now, you may remember, as we've been going through the playthrough, that I have been getting artifact unlocks. When I level up, it'll sometimes say power unlock or artifact unlock. Now, the power unlock is represented by the power bonus in blue, which you can see right above the XP, power bonus plus 15. With the artifact, I am given a flat bonus that is just given by leveling up throughout the season. It's just a very passive, nice bonus that makes you more readily available for certain activities. But now we have the artifacts. Let's talk about that. So, at least up to this point, and I know this is going to be changing in the future, but at least up to this point, seasonal artifacts have basically always looked like this, ever since a Season of the Undying all the way back with Shadowkeep. What you do is you have to work your way up by getting unlocks and essentially just unlocking all of the different mods within to greater benefit yourself throughout the season. You get this by getting anti-champion mods. You can get little mods that just are kind of quality of improvements on different things. Cheaper variants of mods you already have, like hand cannon targeting, for instance. I can get that with a singular for a singular mod cost, which means that I can just easily slot it in right here, and it doesn't really affect the amount of mods that I can hold on my helmet all that much. Not as much so as it would originally, where it's worth 5 or whatever. So pulse rifle loader, I can get that for just 1. I can get a resilience retrofit. Now you're probably wondering what this does. You can get plus 5 resilience in the first slot of every armor piece, but this allows me to put in a second one onto a, you can see here the chest armor in particular. All of these pertain to a particular armor slot. Got energy diffusion substrate. This is just a flat resistance to basically every single damage type in the game, although it's incredibly small, but it is still something that you can have. Unstoppable grenade launchers. I can get charged with light in different ways. I can use void and stasis grenades to cause disruption on overload champions. I can use an arc or stasis melee to do damage to unstoppable champions. I can also make them take additional damage from teammates. And then we get into the final tier, which is where we usually get our season-defining mods. Good example, Weakened Clear. When using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or breaking a combatant's shield, reloads your stowed weapon and weakens the combatant. This is basically a way of debuffing a target while also reloading my grenade launcher every single time I hit it. Debuffs are incredibly powerful in Destiny and can absolutely make or break the way that you play the game. Obviously, this is only available for the season and then it goes away. Usually, these really powerful ones are relegated to your class item, and this is important because if you'll notice how all of these are class items, this one costs 5, this one costs 6, this one costs 6, this one costs 5, this one costs 3. The idea here is that you're not really able to equip more than 2 of these at any given time. It's almost impossible, in fact, and you can see with ones like these, Passive Aggressive Guard and Monochromatic Maestro, they won't even synergize with these two, so Weaken Clear and Solo Operative, which means you're entirely screwed out of having all of them. So you need to use them wisely, pick your poison, and mind you, that's with a fully masterworked cloak on top of everything else. So I'm going to grab all of these just because I do actually have enough, just because I have so many artifact unlocks that it's not really a huge issue, but I'm just going to grab basically all except for the Legacy Ambush one, Mobile Retrofit, and Resilient Retrofit, because there is absolutely no way that I'm going to be using those. But now we can start plugging some of these in. So I am actually going to take off my minor resilience mod here, and I'm going to drop down to 90, and I'm going to plug in Solo Operative, so now that I will be able to do more damage in any solo activities from here on out. There's some other ones I can get, like Energy Diffusion Substrate. I'm going to get rid of Sniper Damage Resistance for that. Concussive Dampener is just a little bit too important to get rid of. And then, as you can see, I've got all my champion mods here in the armor slot. Now, this is how it works up through Season of Seraph. Keep this in mind that I am saying this now, because this is not going to be true for future seasons. This is just how it used to work for a very, very long time. But Bungie has made a lot of changes to the way that the artifact is going to work and how it is going to affect things. They've made changes to the entire mod system, as a matter of fact. So everything you see in terms of how the armor works right now is going to be unrecognizable as soon as Lightfall begins. But for right now, this is just kind of what it all looked like. The only thing I do want to bring your attention to that has changed over the course of the years is the resetting of the artifact. So resetting the artifact is something that was very common back when artifacts first came out, because you had only 15 mods that you could pick from out of the 25 available. And mind you, it was set up in such a way that you could not grab all of the mods in the final column either, because I think you could only grab like 3 at the most in any given season. Now, people sometimes wanted to change up their builds and try out different things that they may not have picked the first time, so the reset feature was there for that. Now, originally, resetting the artifact came with increasingly high amounts of glimmer cost. The original one was like 10,000, but then it would be 20,000, then 40, then 80, and so on, meaning that you could only reset it a limited number of times. This caused a lot of frustration for players, and eventually Bungie made the whole reset thing a lot cheaper. But even after the fact, they then allowed us to just unlock everything as long as we played far enough into the season. I don't think they toned down the rate at which you unlock artifact mods, but they at least made it so that eventually you could just get all of them. I think you need to be around Season Pass level 150 to have every single unlock, but I digress. That's going to be everything that I wanted to talk about today. I know this is a long opening episode, but that was an incredibly important detail I wanted to get out of the way that I have not been able to talk about up to this point throughout this entire playthrough, and it is very integral, actually, to the way that the game works. So, wanted to get that over with before we got any further. Guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Next episode, we're going to begin Season of the Seraph proper. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very much, and I will see you all in the next one.